Hi there everyone, Life DIY Josie here. Welcome back to my channel where I share low budget ideas for everyone. Here's another upcycling video for you. Recently, I have been decluttering our home, and underneath one of our bathroom's cabinets is this item. And I wonder if you know what this is. It took me a while too, and I was the one who purchased this. I remember purchasing it at Daiso. And Daiso, if you're not familiar with it, is a Japanese dollar store. And we have quite a bit of that here in California. So I purchased this for like $1.50, maybe 5-6 years ago. So I did a Google search on the image and I found out that this is a toothbrush holder. So those two conical shape, you can fit one in each. So two total of toothbrushes, and then the middle one will be for your toothpaste tube, and then on the right side there, the one that's like in a U shape is where you can put your cup. So that's a cup holder. I've decided to repurpose it as a crafting tool organizer. I placed my hot glue gun where the cup holder was, and in one of the toothbrush holder I put my box cutter, and the other one my pair of scissors, and at the middle where there's that round shape for a tube of toothpaste, that's where I put my glass chalk, or I can even put there my tube of glue. I'm thinking I can use it as a glue stick organizer or holder. So since the bottom has hole, I'm using the packaging material here that I have and just cutting it to shape so that it'll fit the bottom portion of this hole here so that the glue sticks will not fall through the holes. So just testing it out right now. I'm putting my glue sticks and I think it should work. So it can fit at least a dozen or more glue sticks. So every project I can carry this anywhere I want to. And since I'm in a repurposing mood, might as well use this old butter dish to protect the surface of my work area from scratches and also from any dripping hot glue. You can either use hot glue or use E6000 to connect it permanently, but I'm not doing that. I'd rather have them separate so that I can clean the glass butter dish easier. So in order to also use this in a more proper way to protect my counter, I am also making sure that my glue gun will not dislodge easily. So what I figured is instead of putting it over the wire that is the cup holder, I'm putting it in between where there's a hole like here so that it won't wobble or it won't get dislodged easily. Now, I understand that everyone has what I have. I'm just showing you, giving you an inspiration. If you will find something while you're decluttering or organizing your home, or you do not have any use for an item for the original purpose of that item, you can reuse an item and repurpose it for something else that will also help you save money and the environment as well. If I need an organizer, for example, I would look for any items that I no longer use for its original purpose, and I just use it. I try to figure out what to do with it. So I'm just encouraging you that with a little bit of creativity and imagination, you can also come up with some kind of idea that is easy to make. I really love repurposing boxes, packaging or shipping boxes or any type of boxes. And by covering them, you can also take it up a notch. I know that I've shown you a lot of my repurposing or upcycling that I use. I don't even add any cover. And there are a couple of reasons why. Number one, cost. I want to be cost effective. That's why I'm upcycling things so that I do not waste money to cover the boxes or any items that I am upcycling. Another thing also is to save time. Time is gold, time is money. So I do not want to spend so much time when repurposing items. So you will see me flip the boxes inside out or in reverse. Sometimes just use them as is with the logos there. And I've seen a lot of crafters and international crafters as well doing so because you're adding more expenses. But since I'm a crafter, I have a lot of this spare materials, and you may be someone who also has a lot of materials on your hands, and that's another way to repurpose or recycle is to use what you have. So that's another tip that I can give you, use what you have and do not buy anything new. So this contact paper came from Dollar Tree probably 3 or 4 years ago when it was still $1 a roll. So I'm just using this wood finish kind of style or design so that I can make this organizer kind of look like it has wood finish on it. So one roll will be enough to cover 2 of these shallow boxes. This is the packaging box that's for my cat's canned food. And I always use this or reuse this just as is. I don't even need to cover it. But since I'm assembling something and I want to also spark some creativity in me and may also spark your own creativity. So what I'm doing here is I cut a piece that's large enough to cover the box. So when I fold the flaps, be enough to cover the outer part of this box. I don't know if this is how you do it when you're covering boxes, but I find this easier to do. What I do is I align the box at the center and then I cut 4 squares on each corner so that when I fold the flaps over, there is no overlap on the other side of what I am covering, making it neater. I am going to have a brief break on voicing over and let my work or my actions do the talking, and I'll leave you with some music as well. And I'll be back in a bit. I have these two identical rectangular packaging boxes that I have that I'll be covering also, this time with just the white gift wrapping paper that is in pure white. I used a little bit of editing magic here so that you can see it already covered with the white gift wrapping paper. Although it doesn't have any self-adhesive in it, it's easy to adhere it by using paper glue. That's what I used in this one. Or you can even use masking tape or double-sided tape, or even use hot glue or E6000. So I'm making like a two-tone, two-tier organizer. Like the ones that you buy, they're painted in white and then they're trimmed with wood, and that's a very in thing now in home decor. But I'm doing that as a faux finish on these boxes anyway. So I'm just showing you the first version or first iteration. I'm not gonna glue this first because I'll just show you that it can be done this way. So the first iteration or the first version is I'm placing those two longer boxes inside the two smaller boxes. This version will be perfect for light items and also for placing inside a cupboard because you don't need a lot of height or even underneath the sink. So I like this version. It can also be used on top of a desktop. However, my second version is the one that I went for. That's why I didn't glue the first one, because again, I just wanted to show you first what I'm gonna do. And what I've decided on is to glue it permanently this way. So the first layer or the first tier, I'm going to be putting it and inserting it inside or within the smaller box. So both ends of this rectangular box will be my first tier. I'm applying hot glue in the inner part that will touch the sides or the ends of this long box. And then the other one, I'm just applying hot glue on top of each of the two smaller boxes in a wood finish, and then I'll place that white rectangular box on top of it. And this is my reasoning on this, why I like this better, because I want the clearance to be higher on the first layer so that I will not be hampered by the height, because the other one is kind of restrictive. It doesn't have enough height for what I need it for, that I'll be using it for. This one will give me enough height. And also by sitting this on top of the two smaller sturdy boxes, I get more support and it's more sturdy. So I can have some weight added on to the items that I put up there, because I have not only the sturdy large box, but it'll be sitting on the two sturdy smaller boxes. And I will show you how much weight I'm talking about in a bit. So I'll be using this to organize our chips or snacks, and these are the kettle cooked chips that we purchased at Costco. It's not sponsored, but it comes in a big box, and the big box is not very attractive to look at. So by covering these boxes and creating this two-tier organizer, I now have a place for the snacks. And this is where I'm placing them, and we can put it on top of the counter or inside the pantry. I can line them up in different flavors, and on the top, for now, I'll show you something light for now. So I'm putting the Skinny Pop popcorn, also from Costco. And if I had used the first version, I will not be able to fit this. This is an excellent way to entertain also, so that you can choose and line them up, organize them by flavors. So if you have guests, it'll be easier for them to pick and choose. Now I'll show you the load-bearing part that I was talking about, and I will remove the Skinny Pop to show you that I can put also assorted drinks there that are heavy and tall. So you can see here I have some Gatorade, some energy drinks, and some Canada Dry, and whatever soda that you may have, bottled or canned sodas, they will fit here. And you might wonder why. Well, actually, this packaging material, this packaging box that I'm using, housed or used to carry, these are the packaging materials for the Gatorade. So this can carry the load. It is really thick and sturdy. And I'll show you what I was talking about earlier as far as height is concerned. If I did the first version, the tall bottles won't fit underneath. So if I make more of this, I can have separate for drinks and then for snacks or chips. So it is excellent for entertaining. I see this inside a pantry. If you want to put this, like say, on the floor, and then you can organize your items there, and then they will be properly placed on display so that you will see exactly what you have. Just to show you that it'll work inside the pantry as well, I am showing you exactly where I place it. I place it on top of a grain bucket or a tub, and then I place it closer to the door so that every time we need a snack, it's easy to reach for them. I hope you enjoyed this video, everyone, and you got some tips and inspiration to be able to upcycle. I want to thank you all for being here with me. There are a lot of other channels, and you've decided to watch my video, and I am forever grateful for that. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful day, and I'll talk to you again on my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.